we've had 2 sessions already. Now this is going to be a journey to space, and we have with us Mr. Raghunandan Kumar from the Planetary Society of India. I will not introduce him formally. I think we will get to know about him in the next 45 minutes to an hour, and I can assure you that this is going to be extremely interesting.
Our organization is Planetary Society of India. Today, I am going to take you on a journey to space, and what I will be focusing is on dark night sky, which is an ancient heritage of our humankind. There are 2 methods of giving this presentation. One is myself just looking at here and reading it, or involving you. Which is the better one? Involving you. What you see outside this place in the sky is a star. That star has 8 planets around it. And what we see here are n number of stars. These all are, in one way we can say that they are all distant suns like our own sun. Our sun is a star. What is there to appreciate? Is there anything we can see today? Is there anything which we can expect to see in next few months from now? Yes. Friends, you will go out of this hall with a lot of information. Tonight you can see Jupiter, you can see Saturn, you can see Venus all through with your own eyes. Not only that, you will see one very interesting event which is happening. Now you will see the particles of comet Halley entering Earth's atmosphere. Only thing is that you promise me that you look up. Friends, as of now, there is one meteor shower is occurring in the sky. It is called Eta Aquarids meteor shower. It actually started on 19th April and it will go on to 28th May. Means every day, if you know where to look and if you look at the sky at that appointed time, you can see the particles of comet Halley. So what exactly happens is these comets and asteroids, occasionally they actually pass near the Earth. They pass from near the Earth. So while they're passing from Earth, they leave certain debris, they leave certain particles. Okay? These particles actually situated in the Earth's orbit. So every year what happens is that when Earth is passing through that area, those particles enter Earth's atmosphere. This is the place where these comets are made. At the edge of the solar system, almost at the edge of the solar system, we have this wood cloud. Occasionally what happens is that those particles, they get attached to each other, they make into big balls of ice, or dirty snowballs they call. They become very huge bodies, and they are called comets. Okay? These comets, because of the gravitational pull of this Jupiter as well as Saturn, and because of various other reasons, what happens is that the comet starts entering into our solar system. So as it enters the solar system, because of the heat of sun, it actually starts melting, right? So as it's melting, it leaves the particles. So that particles are located as a cloud in the Earth's orbit. So every year what's happening is that when Earth is passing that area, those particles, they try to enter Earth's atmosphere. As they enter, they burn, and when they burn, this is how you see it like in the sky. This comet Halley is responsible for causing Eta Aquarids meteor shower. On 6th of May, we have this meteor shower at the peak, and the International Meteorological Organization expects nearly 55 meteors per hour. On 28th of April, Saturn was closest, biggest, and the brightest it can be in entire year. If you were to look at the solar system from above, you would have seen that Sun, Earth, and Saturn were in almost in one straight line and opposite to each other. Or, as seen from Earth's perspective, Saturn was opposite to Sun. Whenever this happens, this is called Saturn opposition. What happens is that object in the sky, it rises, and it rises when sun sets and sets when sun rises. United Nations says when man has first observed in the sky, ancient man had first observed the sky, that is when the foundations of modern science were laid. This session, I hope, would definitely inspire many future scientists, and of course, I'm thankful to University of Göttingen because it is offering astronomy course. Okay, so I hope you'll choose that, because a lot of people ask me, if you want to really become a real astronomer and if you want to save Earth from the asteroids, definitely you have to choose the course of astronomy.